So one thing that gets really hard about being a black person in America is like constantly finding out that people just hate you and you don't know why. Like you're never really given a reason. You're just like, hey, this person hates black people.
I'm gonna tell you like my grandma told me. It's because we like ourselves. It's because we like ourselves. They cannot do anything to us to take away our joy. They can't do anything to us to take away our confidence. They can't do anything to us that makes us feel like we're not going to make it through. We know we're going to make it through because our ancestors did. Anything that you could do to a group of people have been done to us. And because we know that, because we know our ancestors survived much worse, we know that we can.
Why is everyone mad at Black Americans? Like, it seems like there is always some kind of tension between Black Americans and various groups, Africans, white people, and more. And I've been seeing a lot of conversations and even some misunderstanding out there. And I think it's time to break it down and get to the heart of the issue. So let's get into the video and do what let me know what you guys think in the comment section about this.
I'm gonna tell you like my grandma told me. It's because we like ourselves. It's because we like ourselves. They cannot do anything to us to take away our joy. They can't do anything to us to take away our confidence. They can't do anything to us that makes us feel like we're not going to make it through. We know we're going to make it through because our ancestors did. Anything that you could do to a group of people have been done to us. And because we know that, because we know our ancestors survived much worse, we know that we can. They sang during the worst of times, so we can sing now. They laughed during that, we can laugh now. We like ourselves. And that's, if other groups of people, if they had to go through what we go through, they would not make it. And they know that. So they don't understand why we do. They don't understand how we can still laugh through all of this pain and turmoil. All the jokes that we made about how every day the world's falling apart and here we are skating and double dutch and playing spades and line dancing and having a good time. They don't understand how that's happening. You see the farmers out there in Kentucky or Nebraska, wherever, they are having a horrible time and their suicide rates are 3 times the national average right now because they can't take it. They cannot take what we can take. Not only can we take it, not only can we endure, we can also be happy while we're doing it. We can find joy while we're doing it. That's why black people always will be like, we don't take anything seriously. Or we make a joke out of everything. In every situation, we make a joke because we know how to have joy. We figured out that life is about having fun. And people will look at that and they hate it. They hate it. They say that we're lazy. They say that we are, uneducated and stupid and everything, childish, immature. But the truth is they are jealous. They're jealous because if what had happened to us happened to them, they would not be as happy as we are. They would not have figured out a way to still have joy. And they hate us for it. They hate us that they cannot do anything to us to rob us of that joy. And you know why? It's because they didn't give it to us. So they can't take it away.
There is so much disdain for Black Americans everywhere. Oh, that racism exists, but it's weird when you experience it from people that look like you. Like, I don't understand what Black Americans have done so bad that makes other people, especially the ones that we share the same skin color and features, I don't understand what we did to make them dislike us so much. Because I'm in a whole nother country, and while the country is considered Dutch, I see a lot of people that look just like me. It's like they're almost treating me worse than the people, and I don't understand. Somebody help me understand what it is that Black Americans do to other cultures and people around the world that just makes them have so much hate for us. It's weird. I feel like Black Americans, we are so welcoming and embracing toward everybody. We want to include everybody. And I just feel like everybody wants to exclude us, or even the people that look just like us. The only thing is they speak a different language. I want to know what it is about Black Americans that people just don't like. Even though we look the same, even though if you put us side by side, nobody would know that you're a Afro Latina or versus me. Like, no one would know because we have all the same features and we have the same skin color. And again, I don't want this to be taken like I'm talking about everyone. I've met some amazing, nice people where I am specifically and just all over. But aside from the normal type of racism that is experienced, it's very off-putting, and like it makes me sad when it's from people that look just like me. It's sad. It really is, and I want to understand why.
I don't think people realize how exhausting it is to be Black everywhere. Not just in America, not just in the South. I'm talking globally here. Because wherever we go, there's a version of the same fight that's just waiting for us. And it's one thing to feel like a second-class citizen in your own country, but it's another thing entirely to realize the whole world sees you that way too. You ever hear people say, just leave, America's the problem? As if racism is something that you can outrun. As if anti-Blackness is some sort of American export. So let me tell you something. In Brazil, which is the blackest country outside of Africa, police kill Black people like it's sport. But it's not just the cops, it's the beauty industry that sells skin bleach. It's the store owners that follow you. It's the neighbors that flinch when your child walks by. In the UK, you can speak perfect Queen's English, but still be denied housing, passed over for jobs, and told to go back to Africa like your birth certificate doesn't say Birmingham. In France, they don't need to say Black to criminalize you. They just hide it behind secularism. They ban your head wrap, regulate your natural hair, silence your protest chants, and when you speak up, they act like you're the problem. And the people? They'll clutch their bags, they'll ignore you in interviews, and whisper the N-word when they don't think that you understand French. In China, Black students were kicked out of housing during COVID, just for being African. But long before that, there were restaurant bans, fake job ads saying no Blacks, and videos mocking our features going viral with millions of likes. In India, you'll be fetishized on one corner and insulted on the next. And if you're African, they'll stare, laugh, and sometimes they'll spit on you. In Ukraine, when the war broke out, white refugees got seats, and Black refugees got barricades. In Libya, we're still being sold in 2025. And nobody's storming embassies for that. Let that sit, because being Black is not the issue. The world's relationship with Blackness is. And here's what bothers me the most. They want our rhythm, but not our presence. Our slang, our dances, our music, our clothing. But not our humanity. They'll rock locks on a runway but call them ghetto at school. They'll say Wakanda forever and still scream monkey at the next Black soccer player. They'll ask to touch your hair, or not even ask. They'll mock your nose, and then turn around and say that you're too sensitive. And don't even get me started on influencers. Black American culture gets ridiculed as loud or uneducated until someone else steals it for likes. We're told that we don't have culture by people that are dancing to our beats, speaking our slang, and wearing our clothes. We are everywhere, but still nowhere. Loved, but not protected. Seen, but never safe. So if you've been feeling it too, that quiet, aching exhaustion that comes from just trying to exist, you're not broken, you're not paranoid, you're Black, in a world that's been trained to hate you. That hate lives in systems, but it also lives in people, in the stares, in the silence, in the smiles that tighten when you walk into the room. But here's what they can't erase. We are global, we are ancient, and we are surviving. From Accra to Atlanta, London to Kingston, we are still here. And the moment we stop letting borders divide us, that's the moment we become unstoppable.
So one thing that gets really hard about being a Black person in America is like constantly finding out that people just hate you and you don't know why. Like, you're never really given a reason. You're just like, hey, this person hates black people. Recently, Hulk Hogan died. And I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. And then, of course, all this stuff comes out about how racist he was. It's like, oh, okay. I remember Dr. Seuss died. And I was like, oh, that sucks. I was a huge Dr. Seuss fan. Dr. Seuss truly, truly inspired me. And then I found out he died, and that really sucked. And this one actually hurt my feelings, but Dr. Seuss was extremely racist. And then you watch Taken, and I like Liam Neeson, and then you see a video of him saying some really racist stuff. You know, then a Republican president gets elected, and you're like, hey, this Republican president is actually really, really racist. And I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. Well, I hope we get a Democratic president. And then we get a Democratic president, and they're like, oh, well, this guy's also really, really racist. And then, like, growing up as a black person, you live your life wondering, like, why do y'all hate us so much? Like, what did we do? Like, what is it about black people as a whole that you just hate? Like, I don't get it. Like, off the top of my head, I could name 100 different racist things that white people have done to me specifically and to my family. And I don't hate white people. I was involved with this white girl when I was in college, and things were great. And then she started crying and telling me that we had to end this thing because if her stepfather found out that she was involved with a black dude, that he would disown her. Like, his hate for black people was so strong that he would disown his own daughter just for dating one. And I don't have the capacity to hate white people. I don't have the capacity to hate anybody. But growing up black is just a lifelong journey of finding out that everything is racist and that everybody just hates black people, and you just can't figure out why.
So y'all can tell me if it's just me, but I just been feeling like this entire year I've been finding out that literally everybody hates black Americans, even black people all around the world. And no shade, that's probably why our ancestors said all skin folk ain't kinfolk. But at the same time, I feel like the way that people feel about us is the way they should actually feel about white people. Because we didn't do anything to you. We didn't do shit to you. But white people is letting you know they don't fucking like you and they don't want you in their country. That you're mad at us. You got the hostility with us. And I'm gonna be honest, it makes me feel sad, but at the same time, it makes me feel very powerful because I'm like, yeah, they were able to successfully scapegoat us, but it gotta be something deeper. It honestly makes me feel like my people is like actually very powerful in many ways, and we may not be aware of it right now, but when we wake up to it and we tap into it, the world is gonna have a rude fucking awakening.
And the black immigrants be racist too. They hate us fucking black Americans. If you ever worked in a medical or the security field, you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. They get to cackling on their motherfucking phone, talking in their little language, talking shit about you. Talking about we lazy because we don't want to work 4 and 5 and 6 fucking jobs. We get to talking about our motherfucking food is nasty and we can't cook and all we eat is fast food and it's fatty and it's unhealthy and shit. So let's not exclude them motherfuckers out when we want to talk about racist immigrants, because them motherfuckers is the biggest ones, for real. And I know a handful of them motherfuckers that voted for Trump too, voting against their own motherfucking rights.
As an African, I've noticed that not everyone truly understands the ongoing struggle Black Americans face, from historical oppression to modern day racism and segregation. And it's heartbreaking to see some Africans fail to recognize the depth of these challenges. But I want to make it clear that I see you, I understand the pain, and I stand in solidarity with Black Americans. And as we wrap up today's conversation, I want to emphasize deeply on something that is very, very important. The pain and trauma that Black Americans carry today are not just echoes of the past, they are living legacy. And why some people might say that slavery happened long time ago and it's time for them to move on, these people often overlook the hereditary trauma passed down through generations. It's not just about history, it's about ongoing struggles and systemic challenges they face every day. Also, as an African, I can empathize with this, recognizing that we may not fully grasp the depth of that trauma, but it's crucial for all of us to listen, for all of us to learn and support one another. The resentment and hatred we see today are reflections of long lasting injustice, and it's a reminder that the fight for equality and understanding is ongoing. So let's keep the conversation open. Let's continue to educate ourselves and let's stand in solidarity, because understanding is the first step towards true healing and unity. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys in the next one. Do well to drop your thoughts, like this video, and of course share to people that needs to see it. I will see you guys in the next one.